General sa PSC. The PSC has doubled the security for the president, for state, and for the first family.
Okay, sige, unahin ko muna yung... Nauna kasi yung statement ni ES eh. Tapos lumabas yun sa PSC, no? So unahin ko muna yung kay ES. Meron naman na kayong copy nung kay ES. Ito na lang yung sagot. Nirelease na namin ang written nito. Basahin ko lang. Tapos, yung NBI, I'm sure you want to ask about the NBI. Since hindi ko pa nababasa kung ano yung isi-serve nila sa akin, we will talk about NBI tomorrow. Pag-anuhin nyo lang muna ako kasi kailangan ko din isulat kung ano yung isasagot. So, give me time to read and think about it. Okay, so ito yung sa kay ES, no? This is a reply to the statement issued by the Presidential Communications Office on the order of the Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin dated November 23, 2024. The Marcos administration's insistence that the President's life is under active threat is ominous. I raise this caution as the President and his sycophants aggressively sell a narrative based entirely on my statement, which is taken out of its logical context. Bakit hindi nila pinapalabas kung ano yung question ng media? Bakit hindi nila pinapalabas kung ano yung una kong sagot? Bakit ang pinapalabas lang nila is the last, 4 words of my entire statement? They are building a narrative, and I'll tell you kung anong playbook ito. There is absolutely no flesh on the bone, and despite the absence of a reliable investigation, authorities were quick to consider this a national security concern. The diametric contrast and inaction are displayed when I have expressed in previous months threats to my person and the continuing threats to the lives of OVP personnel. Tossing the word assassin. Paki-check. May sinabi ba akong assassin doon? Wala. So nilalagay nila doon sa narrative nila, assassin. And nilalagay nila sa narrative nila, murder plot. Into this issue, tossing the word assassin into this issue makes things even more terrifying for our country. And especially because I never used that term during my recent consternation against the Marcos administration's failure to serve the Filipinos while it masterfully persecutes political enemies. Common sense should be enough for us to understand and accept that a supposed conditional act of revenge does not constitute to an active threat. This is a plan without a flesh. Pag pinipilit, ganito ba ang kapasidad ng mga Pilipino na mag-isip? Diba? At wala silang pakialam dyan. Pero ako, nahihiya ako na ganito ang kapasidad ng administrasyon. That an honest scrutiny would easily expose this narrative to be a farce, imagined, or nothing at all. So, may question kayo?
Hello. You said you were taken out of context, and you also mentioned that they have a playbook.
Yes.
That they're going by.
Yes.
So, can you explain to us that context? Set it straight.
Yes.
And also explain to us that playbook.
Okay, sige. So, the context is, what did I say? I was asked, do you know about the Roman... I'm sorry, I was asking for the transcription of all that I said. I did not get it before I came down. So, I have a problem remembering the exact words. about Romanov, and I said, well, this is the first time that I've heard of that, but I've been warned by two persons already. Two, be careful. I forget now what the words were said, but I will review my notes and I will tell you what that one person said and how he said to be careful, and that one other person, what that other person said. So, tatlo na yon. One person warned me, another person warned me, and then I was asked during a press briefing by a media person if I know of these plans, if you can say the word, if that is the correct plans. So I answered. I was asked Romanov, and then I answered. I was told by two people, this is the first time I've heard of Romanov, so that is the third already. And I said, don't worry about my security. If they kill me, if I die, kapag pinatay ako, or kapag namatay ako, in the context of don't worry about my security. So this means pinatay ka. Diba? Kasi hindi ka naman mamamatay by heart attack in relation to your security. Diba? So, pag namatay ako, I already asked a person to take revenge against three individuals. So, my question now to the administration, is revenge from the grave a crime?
So, but you already talked to a person.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
In the event that you get killed.
Yes. Yes.
So that much is clear.
Yes. So I had to die first. They had to kill me first. They had to kill me first. So now they can't kill me anymore. Unless they want to die.
Pero ma'am,
In the
you see,
playbook that you were talking.
Yes, the playbook. The playbook for political persecution. They suppress and oppress opposition. And then somebody was assassinated on the airport tarmac. Diba? They oppress and suppress, and the people were getting angry, frustrated, and what did they do? They created a scenario that there is a national emergency. They set bombs to create a scenario that there is a national emergency, and then they assassinated their political enemy. So that's the playbook.
ma'am,
We already saw that in history. So that is my proof.
Pero by,
Yes.
based
Ang hindi lang po nagawa ni Benigno Aquino Jr., kaya po hindi siya ano bang tawag yan? Revenge. Ano revenge? Nakaganti. Hindi siya nakaganti. Kasi hindi siya nagbilin. Diba? Kaya, hindi nakaganti si Benigno Aquino Jr. kasi hindi siya nagbilin. But you know, Benigno Aquino Jr. is not Sara Duterte. So, ibang tao din siya. Ibang tao din ako.
right now, sabi ng Department of Justice, improving na yung kanilang ginagawa na investigasyon.
Okay.
So,
Sir,
based dun sa next statement.
I have to cut that, sir, because I have to read the subpoena. I've not read it, so I need to write an answer.
So, you can't read subpoena, but just to confirm, you are gonna, when the subpoena is served and you've read it, you are
Yes.
gonna go to the NBI and you're gonna take the NBI.
I cannot answer that because I've not read what the content of the subpoena is. So I do not know. So we'll stop about the subpoena. No, let's stop talking about DOJ and subpoena, and let's allow me to read through it and then think, and then write an answer, and then we'll talk.
Ma'am, let's go back to the threat. Sabi ni Badoy, sabi ni Badoy, ma'am, meron daw kayong assassination attempt. There's assassination attempt against you before your birthday. Can you clarify? Had there been really assassination attempt before your birthday daw po ito, ma'am?
I have not talked to Lorraine Badoy, no? So, let me just talk to her and ask her, no, kung ano yung information niya. But we are actually preparing right now a list of proof that they are, ano ba ito? The whole of government is going after one person, and that's me. But kung gusto nyo, basahin ko yung PSC, mas ano yon, mas merong, I discussed one threat. So, you wanna do that? You wanna do PSC? Okay, sige, let's do PSC. But maraming salamat sa pagbabantay ninyo kay Yusek Lopez and kay Gina Acosta. And pakiusap ko lang na bantayan ninyo siya kahit mag-shifting lang kayo, maiwan lang isa just to make sure na, kasi may takot din yung nasa taas na, actually ang takot ni Yusek Lopez lagi sa gabi. Oo, kasi tulog lahat ng tao, nagpapahinga lahat ng tao. Walang makakapalag. So maraming salamat. Okay, PSC tayo. This is in response to the statement of the Presidential Security Command dated 25 November 2024. The Vice President Security and Protection Group was created and became an armed forces of the Philippines wide support and separate unit by virtue of the Department of National Defense Order signed by former Secretary Delphine Lorenzana dated June 20, 2022 with a corresponding AFP table of personnel and equipment. This was a move to distinguish the security of the Vice President and make it independent. After I resigned from DepEd, nakita nyo na yung pattern. After I resigned from DepEd, the unit was unceremoniously assigned as a unit under the Presidential Security Command. July 9, 2024, ang order ng DND. Therefore, the security of the Vice President is now under the control of the PSC and as a consequence is influenced by the decisions of the Office of the President. Presuming that the PSC is still a non-partisan professional organization, why is the command eerily quiet on the documented threats to me, my family, and the OVP personnel? The silence. Ito, natural assumption ito natin lahat. The silence is proof that the inclusion of the VP SPG in the PSC is clearly to undermine my security and nothing else. So that's one threat. Bigyan ko kayo ng listahan ng madami with proof. Ito, with proof. There's a DND order.
Separating your security.
Yes, no. Tucking my security under PSC, which is influenced
Yes.
by the decisions of the Office of the President. So ano yan? Lahat ng galaw ko, lahat ng ginagawa ko, kung saan ako, alam niya, alam nila. So anong gagawin nila? Anong value ng information sa kanila after ako mag-resign sa DepEd? Before, when I was with DepEd and working to help the administration, wala namang ganun eh. Diba? Tapos pag mag-resign ka, ganito ang gagawin sa security mo, imo-monitor ka. Well, that's one threat. So, I'm coming up with a list of threats, pero we'll take that up baka next week na. Kasi, tao lang po. Hindi kaya magsulat ng kayo, mga gagaling kayo, mabilis kayo magsulat. Ako, kailangan ko...
Are you afraid? Are you saying that there's a threat for you to get killed by the administration?
But that is a possibility. You see what they're doing right now? That is an example. They are undermining my security. That is just from the PSC. Hindi ko pa dinidiscuss ang galing sa PNP. Diba?